Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the news. First, let us take a look at the headlines. VPP urges PM Narendra Modi to review FCRA amendment bill, flags concerns over asset seizure and impact on Northeast institutions. A woman's body was found stuffed in a plastic sack in Shillong. Police suspect missing Elina Pawa case, launches probe. Prime Minister Narendra Modi draws massive crowds in Assam, targets Indian National Congress over infiltrator issue ahead of polls. NPP National President and Chief Minister Conrad Sangma calls for united Northeast under National People's Party, slams divide and rule politics. The news in detail, and first the local news. The Voice of the People Party has submitted a representation to Prime Minister Narendra Modi opposing certain provisions of the proposed Foreign Contribution Regulation Amendment Bill 2026. In a letter dated April 4th, VPP President Adan Miller Basayomoit raised concerns over clauses that could allow the state to assume control of assets of organizations whose FCRA registration is cancelled. The party said such provisions raise questions on proportionality, due process and potential misuse, especially affecting institutions in the Northeast, including Meghalaya. The party urged the centre to reconsider provisions related to asset control and ensure actions are guided by natural justice and transparency. It also called for wider consultations with civil society, minority institutions and stakeholders from the Northeast before finalizing the amendments. The VPP further sought safeguards to ensure genuine charitable and developmental work is not adversely affected. A woman's body was found stuffed in a plastic sack in a drain between Nongra Lo Marbo and Lapalang on April 6. Police rushed to the spot after receiving information from local residents. East Khasi Hills SP Vivek's aim said an investigation has been launched. Preliminary suspicion suggests the deceased may be 39-year-old Elina Pawa. She had been missing since March 20th from Laujan Rio and hailed from West Giant Hills. Family members reached the site following the discovery. The body has been sent to Nigrams for identification and examination. Police have registered a murder case and identified suspects in connection with the crime.
Dari ba ja nado ka putrik to dramachi ketengi kong elida kwa resmen sa jundria sa pri la jundria ba destam tila West Hills di ilaja nado putrik pat ni suba hari bonjuni bahin sembilan ini sa lara station groups preng sepelan mungkin identify hoi la song body hi la te body ka body plastic ka ba shin kami gidi ba ra courier
UDP leader and Nongpo MLA Meral Bond's aim, along with Rangbash Nongs of 20 villages, urged stronger disaster response measures. A delegation met Revenue and Disaster Management Minister Lakman Rimboy to raise concerns. SAM highlighted delays in fund disbursement affecting relief efforts. He stressed Meghalaya's vulnerability to floods, landslides and extreme weather. He proposed faster fund release from the State Disaster Management Authority. SAM also suggested increasing allocations to district authorities. This, he said, would ensure timely distribution of rations and CGI sheets. He emphasized that stronger preparedness is vital to protect lives and livelihoods.
To bring to the notice of the concerned department and the concerned minister about the issue faced by the farmer as well as the individual household with regards to natural calamity which frequently occur in a state. The committee comprised of headmen as well as a local MLA. We have met the concerned minister and put forward two very important points. Number one is that to streamline, to expedite and fast process for the release of funds from the State Disaster Management Authority to the District Disaster Management Authority in various districts of. And number two is with regard to special provision that the state government will park special fund, a corpus fund at the district level, at the District Disaster Management Authority, so that they can expedite instantly. Suppose something happened last night, this morning itself we can disburse not only food item or ration, but very importantly through CGI sheet to the household, as well as relief as per the list prepared by various departments, be it horticulture, agriculture or CNRD block, about the crops, so that they will get the compensation in due course of time.
Mawsynram MLA Olan Singh Suin said key road projects are progressing steadily. He informed that the Plang Lembroi Nongna Road is currently under construction. The project is being executed by Dhar Company. Work on a parking facility is also underway in the constituency. Plans for a 28-kilometer Wei Loi Plang Lembroi Road are in the pipeline, with tendering expected soon. He said the new road will include street lighting and pedestrian pathways. Suin acknowledged poor existing road conditions but said improvements will begin soon. He credited Preston Tinsong and Conrad Sangma, expressing confidence the project will be completed.
Kasrok kabadina wilayah kabadina Plang Lembroi du katras nona kemudian baga penem saw pemblang umpung tetel ketung ladepren ketung lagi sanction aspa proposan keluar tu ladep alot bagi jintri Dhar company buat mata ke setting gigi kek yagi kam nak mata banbu isi kekali kelana ya chahmat teman tempat ngilip pengkre si koi sanction tender keba ngiyo na wilayah Plang Lembroi kini kebadi arpur new kilometer kini kelas arpur kilometer marbah kejingnya arpur new tambah kami arpur kilometer marbah kayak baru arliang ya kau cina Mawsynram kini kedi keserok ba laang nut leslem ba kedi bentik new shape namarba PE lebih posisiran nikor keserok intermediate keba posisi du marah telah kini kamdep kejingi kalong half done terangkat bagi jingdon juga nika jing simkia jung deputy chief minister honorable deputy chief minister Pak Preston Tinsong terangkat bagi chief minister kila simkia ya kani buat ba kila don ke jing simkia lada sistem tam mantah begitu berpenuh long ya kani serok te ngasutenat ba kani ke MDA 2 government kalau lek sibun kini ke badan kam dak betaka konstitusi Mawsynram kamtam ika road infrastructure, not only road infrastructure ibabun ke health service ibabun mentah iwi sektor gelale lag bentak badi bende.
East Shillong MLA and senior state leader Ampareen Lyngdoh said the Laitumkhrah commercial market will open soon. She stated that final preparations are underway before the public launch. Authorities are adopting a cautious approach to ensure full readiness. The second phase of the project has already commenced. Key facilities like parking, waste management, drainage and power supply are being finalized. The project is being developed under the Shillong Smart City project. It is expected to boost business and improve urban infrastructure. The market will also help ease congestion across Shillong.
And today we are again very grateful to the MDA government for having given us a new market complex. The old market was really in a very dilapidated and dangerous situation. And today we see that the progress of the project is very, very satisfactory. We have to also consider accessories required while installation of markets take place. parking is an important concern. Hence, we do not wish to see that there is an operational market which has just been inaugurated to then create a bounce back of vehicular issues in and around the market. So we're waiting, and the second phase of the market has started. And I look forward that very shortly, once everything is in position, we should be able to inaugurate the market. And we also need to ensure that there are concerns for the waste management. We're very happy that that has also been taken into consideration. The drainage around the market is a very important concern. That also is now on way and it is being attended to. And of course, safety concerns for the market.
Mawsynram MLA Olan Singh Swin raised concerns over the functioning of Sai Computer. He cited growing public demand for the removal of the firm from revenue collection work. Swin said pressure is mounting to revoke the franchise and restore the role of the government. He added that the matter has been taken up with the Power Minister and Mauplang MLA. The Mawsynram division also covers areas like Langyong and parts of Ranikor. Swin alleged the company is operating without key documents including a trading license and NOC. He proposed handing over responsibility to Meghalaya Energy Power Distribution Corporation Limited. The issue is now in court, with Sai Computer moving the High Court seeking to continue operations.
Kadao kalong ba kini ka Sai company kala Shuan Shong la kon Shong office claim da yo eg NOC claim yo eg trading license. Okay. The hadin kata kini ka ngalada biakran do issue minister ba ngidi ban weng no ya ka Sai company ban berpi da ka MEPDCL. The Henry hadin kata pada kini ka Sai company kala case kala li chopo high court ba kilaong ba kini ban Syab yaki ban run ya kani ka company ban function na ka office mal baik office yuki to jing ki irang basion ka khang talai ka office to ka high court lai order ba phimde ban khang talai ka office trikam jawasai.
Education cell of the Nyotrep Youth Council opposed the proposed fee hike in government colleges. Education cell secretary Enlang Sawian termed the move unjust and regressive. He said the hike would hit students from weaker and rural backgrounds the hardest. Sawian stressed that colleges must ensure affordable access to higher education. He warned the move could increase dropout rates and widen inequality. He rejected the government's push for financial autonomy at the cost of accessibility. He also raised concerns over delays in scholarship disbursement. HYC demanded immediate withdrawal of the hike and called for better funding and consultations.
Today from the Nyotrep Youth Council Education Cell, we have submitted a memorandum to the Education Minister concerned and along with to the Chief Minister Office to express our opposition to the proposal made by the Education Minister to increase the fees hike in various government colleges across Meghalaya. The Council terms this decision and policy made by the Education Minister as unjust, regressive, and it is also deeply anti-student in nature, because such policy will place students on the burden of financial constraint. And we have also seen that the Education Minister have made justification which the Council truly rejected, claiming that this policy will not affect the students since the government will reimburse it through the scholarship. We have seen in many years historically that the scholarship are being delayed and students of the state have to face financial constraint over an extended period of time. And if such policy is being implemented, the student will adversely be affected and will also compel many students to drop out, and also will put especially the student from they will also put deserving student to bar them from pursuing the higher education. And also the council called upon the education minister and also the government to withdraw such policy.
Raij Tuber Lingdo Shanli Rambai said he has served since March 13, 2008, following all religious norms. He stated that services under Sen Raij Tuber were conducted smoothly without complaints. On December 11, 2025, he was summoned to a meeting by Sen Raij members. Rambai alleged he was forced to step down during the meeting. He maintained that only he has the authority to resign from the position. He claimed members used abusive language and acted aggressively towards him. Fearing for his safety, he said he fled the meeting with 2 associates. He added that he has since been unable to perform his duties and has now approached the media.
The Kurdistan Rajanga had Vitarik Ubnak Hakatagapor, the Na, the Kurdi to go great Langsruma. Armut, the Lai Langi, Money Lai Langi, Poiten, or stay a clammy the Skikana, but the Yakilang. The Mungadip, the Klamasikna. Demi ketika ketemu orang hab pedang, orang ye leh, jadi kita kami yang longi, ambil ye bermau leh kami dan terjadi ki, emgu yenci somusan lagi, ada ni tercong cidu niu.
2 mesmerizing dance performances, the Singhi Chum or the Snow Lion and Yak Chum, the Yak dance, presented by artists from Sikkim, enthralled thousands of spectators at the annual Chat Sukra, which concluded on Sunday. The Sikkim troupe was invited to participate in the Chat Sukra, a tradition recently initiated by Sen Raij Tuber. This event allows individuals from various states and regions to showcase their unique cultures and practices, aligning with the central government's objective of promoting national integrity and nation building. In an exclusive interview with DD News Meghalaya, the troupe shared insights into their experience, the significance of their dance forms, and their key takeaways from participating in the annual Chat Sukra.
We are really honored and we feel really blessed to be a part of this Char Shukra festival in Jowai, representing our state, and we are really overwhelmed to see the crowd out here. And also we got to learn so much about the festival that it's a mixture. The beautiful thing about the festival is it's a mixture of culture, agriculture and tradition, so which we are taking back to our state. Today we presented Singhi Cham and Yak dance. So the Singhi Cham represents strength, resilience and spirit of mighty Himalayas.
Now moving ahead with the regional news. Senior BJP leader and Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed rallies in Barpeta, Hojai and Dibrugarh. He is campaigning intensively ahead of the assembly elections. He received a rousing welcome as his cavalcade passed through towns packed with supporters. Large crowds gathered along the roads cheering and waving. As he campaigned, the Prime Minister made a strong pitch for a third consecutive term for the BJP-led alliance. Addressing the gathering in Barpeta, he accused the Indian National Congress of supporting illegal migrants. He claimed Congress was opposing action against illegal occupation. The Prime Minister alleged the party was pushing a law targeting the use of the term infiltrator. He said such a move could penalize those speaking against infiltration. The remarks come as campaigning enters its final phase before voting.
लेकिन कांग्रेस ने अपने 60-65 साल के राज में हमारे ट्राइबल परिवार आदिवासियों के साथ सबसे बड़ा अन्याय किया है। सबसे ज्यादा गरीबी अगर कहीं थी तो आदिवासी क्षेत्रों में रही और हिंसा की, बम बंदूक की सबसे बड़ी समस्या कहीं थी वो आदिवासी क्षेत्रों में रही। देश के ट्राइबल समाज को कांग्रेस ने सिर्फ यही सब कुछ दिया। साथियों, कुछ साल पहले तक नॉर्थ ईस्ट में ही हर वर्ष औसतन 1000 से अधिक लोग उग्रवाद के कारण मारे जाते थे। बोडो क्षेत्र में क्या क्या हुआ है, हमें कितने लोगों को खोना पड़ा है, कितनी पीढ़ियों के सपने कुचले गए हैं, ये तो आपने बहुत निकट से देखा भी है और भुगता भी है। सालों साथ एक खूनी खेल चलता रहा क्योंकि कांग्रेस की राजनीति, कांग्रेस का करप्शन इसी से फलता फूलता था। कांग्रेस कागजों पर समझौता करती थी, कागजों को लिखा देना, और जमीन पर आदिवासी समाज को धोखा देती थी। इसलिए कांग्रेस के समझौते टूट जाते थे। बोडो समाज के साथ उन्होंने ऐसा ही किया था। साथियों, हमारी सरकार ने ट्राइबल क्षेत्रों में विकास पर फोकस किया है।
NPP National President and Chief Minister Conrad Sangma called for Northeast unity at a rally in Boko Chaigao, Assam. He urged the region to come together under the banner of the National People's Party. Sangma stressed that the Northeast must stand united despite internal differences. He said identity and collective strength are key to the region's future. He accused national parties of following a divide and rule approach. Sangma alleged such politics has weakened the Northeast over decades. He recalled the vision of PA Sangma for regional unity. He said NPP continues to work towards bringing the Northeast together as one.
हम सबके सामने एक सोच रखी और ये सोच नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लोगों को एक साथ खड़ा होना होगा। भले हम अलग-अलग कम्युनिटीज, भले हम अलग-अलग स्टेट से हैं, लेकिन नॉर्थ ईस्ट हम लोगों की पहचान है। आज अगर आप देखेंगे हमारे नेशनल लेवल पॉलिटिक्स में, चाहे कोई भी दल हो, कोई भी पार्टी हो, पिछले 70-72 सालों में दोस्तों इन बड़ी-बड़ी पार्टियों ने नॉर्थ ईस्ट को तोड़ने की कोशिश की है।
Now for the national news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi highlighted key pending reforms on BJP's Foundation Day. He said the Uniform Civil Code remains an unfinished agenda. He also flagged one nation, one election for ongoing discussions. Modi said serious and positive deliberations are underway on both issues. He targeted the Indian National Congress during his address. He recalled hardships faced by BJP workers, including during the emergency India. He alleged workers face oppressions under Congress rule. Modi also cited political violence in states like West Bengal and Kerala.
हर चुनौतियों का सामना करने के लिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी ईमानदारी से कोशिश करती है। आज भी करते हैं, आगे भी करते हैं। पहले भी सकारात्मक नतीजे मिले हैं, आगे भी सकारात्मक नतीजे मिलने वाले हैं। साथियों, अंग्रेजों के दौर के सैकड़ों काले कानूनों का अंत, लोकतंत्र के लिए नए संसद भवन का निर्माण, सामान्य समाज के गरीबों के लिए 10% आरक्षण, कानून बनाकर 3 तलाक पर रोक, सीएए का कानून, अयोध्या में राम मंदिर का निर्माण, ऐसे कितने ही काम है जो भाजपा के ईमानदार प्रयासों का नतीजा है। और हमारा मिशन अभी भी जारी है। यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड, वन नेशन वन इलेक्शन, ऐसे सभी विषयों पर आज देश में एक गंभीर चर्चा भी हो रही है और इस दिशा में सकारात्मक प्रगति भी हो रही है। साथियों, हमारा लक्ष्य है विकसित भारत का निर्माण, आत्मनिर्भर भारत का निर्माण।
The government said LPG supply remains sufficient with additional cargoes tied up. Joint Secretary Sujata Sharma said the situation is being closely monitored. Oil and gas companies are actively reviewing ground conditions. State governments are ensuring smooth distribution and checking black marketing. Around 50 lakh LPG cylinders are delivered daily across the country. Online booking has reached a record 97%. OTP-based delivery authentication now covers nearly 90% of supplies. Authorities said distributors are working even on holidays to ensure uninterrupted service.
इसके अलावा राज्य सरकारों से भी लगातार मीटिंग की जा रही है, बात की जा रही है, ये इंश्योर करने के लिए कि सप्लाईज स्मूथ हो और अगर कहीं पर भी ब्लैक मार्केटिंग या होर्डिंग जैसी कोई गतिविधि हो रही है तो उसे तुरंत रोका जाए। मैं आपको ये भी बताना चाहूँगी कि हमारे किसी भी एलपीजी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटरशिप पर कोई ड्राई आउट रिपोर्टेड नहीं है। हम लगभग 50 लाख सिलेंडर हर रोज़ दे रहे हैं। पिछले 5 हफ्ते में लगभग 18 करोड़ घरों को एलपीजी सिलेंडर पहुंचाया गया है। हमारी ऑनलाइन बुकिंग रिकॉर्ड हाई 97% पर है। डाइवर्जन को रोकने के लिए डिलीवरी।
Now moving ahead to the international news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said global disruptions will not burden citizens. He was addressing an election rally in Assam on Monday. Modi said the crisis in West Asia has not impacted fuel prices domestically. He noted petrol and diesel prices have remained stable. The PM said the government is protecting the poor, middle class and farmers. He acknowledged challenges due to disruptions linked to the Iran conflict. India's import-dependent energy system has faced pressure amid the crisis. Officials are taking steps to manage LPG supply and demand across the country.
संकट के इस समय में भी बीजेपी सरकार देशवासियों के हित में लगातार काम कर रही है। बीजेपी एनडीए सरकार ने ये सुनिश्चित किया है कि वैश्विक संकट का बोझ गरीब पर, मिडिल क्लास पर, हमारे किसानों पर न पड़े। यही पहले भी हमारी प्राथमिकता रही।
Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson Ismail Baghai said Tehran will defend itself against any threat. He was responding to a deadline set by US President Donald Trump. Baghai said Iran will not hesitate to act if its sovereignty is challenged. He criticized a recent US rescue mission as a disastrous embarrassment. US forces had rescued an airman after Iran downed an F-15 fighter jet. The operation was carried out by American Special Operation Forces. The rescued airman was identified as a weapons system officer. The development comes as the conflict enters its 6th week. Now for the sports news. Bernardo Silva will leave Manchester City at the end of the season. Assistant manager Pep Linders confirmed the development. The Portuguese midfielder will depart as a free agent after his contract expires. Silva has won 6 Premier League titles and a Champions League with the club. He joined City from AS Monaco in 2017. Manager Pep Guardiola has described him as irreplaceable. Silva has made around 450 appearances during his 9-year spell. City remain in contention for domestic trophies despite trailing Arsenal in the league. Now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. The minimum temperature was recorded at 20 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature 33 degrees Celsius with relative humidity 47%. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum temperature 15 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 26 degrees Celsius with relative humidity 53%. Meanwhile, in Juwai, the minimum temperature 15 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 23 degrees Celsius with relative humidity 65%. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Juwai says generally cloudy sky with moderate rain at few places. And now, before we end the news, the headlines once again. VPP urges Prime Minister Narendra Modi to review FCRA amendment bill, flags concerns over asset seizure and impact on Northeast institutions. A woman's body was found stuffed in a plastic sack in Shillong. Police suspect missing Alina Power case launches probe. Prime Minister Narendra Modi draws massive crowds in Assam, targets Indian National Congress over infiltrator issue ahead of polls. And NPP National President and Chief Minister Conrad Sangma calls for united Northeast under National People's Party, slams divide and rule politics. Well, viewers, with that we have come to the end of the news. Thank you for watching and good night.